हेलो एवरीवन, वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आई होप आप सब बहुत अच्छे होंगे। सोशियोलॉजी की सीरीज में आज हमारा 4th लेक्चर है विच इज अबाउट द प्रोसेस ऑफ चेंजेस। और प्रोसेस ऑफ चेंजेस में जो फर्स्ट हम करेंगे दैट इज द संस्कृताइजेशन। इससे पहले की क्लासेस में हमने डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सोशियोलॉजिकल थॉट इन इंडिया किया है, उसके बाद हमने कास्ट पढ़ा। कास्ट में हमने सारी चीजें देखी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल द ओरिजिन क्या है, उसका नेचर क्या है, व्हाट आर द इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ कास्ट सिस्टम इन इंडियन सोसाइटी। देन वी डिड द क्लास, द ओरिजिन ऑफ द क्लास, how class is different from the caste system and what are the different class system in Indian society. And now the 4th lecture है that is the संस्कृताइजेशन। देखो, संस्कृताइजेशन शुरू करने से पहले मैं आपको इसका थोड़ा बैकड्रॉप बताऊं। Our Indian society is divided into the hierarchies, right? We have the Brahmins, we have the Kshatriyas, then the Shudras. Sorry, we have the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras. Now, in this hierarchy, in this ladder, these three are considered as the Dvij or the twice born. Fine. And these are the people who have undue benefits. They have the undue benefits, or we can say the privileges. They gets the benefit, undue benefit or the privileges from the society just because they have been born into a upper ladder or into the upper hierarchy of the society. So when you are at this ladder, when you have some kind of privileges or some sort of advantages are given to you, then these people are left over. Now everybody wants to go to the upper ladder of the society. We want to achieve the higher status in the society. So Sanskritization is nothing but when these people, the lower class people, the lower caste or the class people, when they give up their rituals, when they give up their culture, tradition. For example, generally the lower caste people or the Shudras are more involved in meat eating habits, the liquor taking habits. So when they give these kind of traditions or their culture, which form the part of their integrity or of their identity, and they move to the upper strata of the society. For example, the Brahmins, they generally don't eat meat or they don't take the liquors. So lower caste people, they give up their traditions, their culture, their habits, including everything. Then this upper mobilization is known as Sanskritization. So what is the concept behind this? That this Indian society is divided into the ladders: Brahman, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and the Shudras. The Brahman, Kshatriyas, and the Vaishyas are considered as the twice born or the Dvij, and they are given some kind of the benefits and the privileges from our society. Now these lower caste people also wanted these kind of privileges, or they also wanted to upgrade their status. So this kind of upward mobilization is known as Sanskritization. Now this concept was given by M.N. Srinivas. Fine. M.N. Srinivas ने एक रामपुरा विलेज में केस स्टडी की थी. So basically, M.N. Srinivas, he is a famous sociologist from India. He did a case study in Rampura village and he gave this concept which is known as the Sanskritization, means the upward mobilization. So your basic it is the concept given by M.N. Srinivas in his book, yes, and the book name is The Religion and Society Among the Cougs of South India. So he did the case study in the Rampura village and he wrote one book which is The Religion and Society Among the Cougs of South India, and in that book he mentioned this concept which is known as Sanskritization. So the concept was given by M.N. Srinivas in his book The Religion and Society Among the Cougs of South India, and he done the research at the Rampura village of Mysore. What is the definition? Please, अब इस definition को word to word याद रखना, because question जब आता है define Sanskritization, अब आप Sanskritization का concept समझ गए हो, अब इसके लिखने के अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं. एक तो आप बहुत ही layman term में Sanskritization की definition लिखोगे. Generally जो smallers आपके subjects होते हैं, जैसे sociology है, auditing है, इसमें अगर आप लेमन डेफिनेशंस लिखोगे तो आपको एग्जामिनर मार्क्स नहीं देता है, बट अगर आप डेफिनेशन वो लिखोगे जो एग्जैक्टली ऑथर ने दी है प्लस आप उसकी बुक का नाम भी लिखोगे, सो एक अलग इंप्रेशन जाता है। जनरली आपको 2 में से 1.5 नंबर आपको मिलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी होती है। सो यू हैव टू लर्न द डेफिनेशन एंड दिस डेफिनेशन हैज बीन आस्क्ड नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स इन द एग्जाम. So a process in which a lower caste people adopt a higher caste, the customs, the culture, the practices, beliefs to acquire the higher status in the society. So CCPB. Now what is a CCPB? That is your customs, your culture, your practices and your beliefs. So you have to remember these 4 words. The CCPB, that is the customs, the cultures, the practices and the beliefs. Who adopted? The lower caste people. ठीक है? And of whom? The higher caste people. Fine. So this is the definition. So it is a long-term process. See, Sanskritization or giving up your own practices and to go to the upper ladder is not that easy process. It is a gradual process. It is a time-consuming process. So Sanskritization कोई sudden process नहीं है कि आज आपने decide किया कि आज मैं अपना सारी प्रैक्टिसेस सारी कस्टम छोड़ूंगा और एक दूसरे लेडर में चला जाऊंगा. नो, विद द कोर्स ऑफ टाइम यू विल लीव योर प्रैक्टिसेस, यू विल लीव योर traditions, culture, beliefs, and with gradually you will move to the upper ladder of the society. So it is a long process. It is a social mobility. Now social mobility means, now this is not an economic thing, right? Economy means that you are not moving or on our economic terms it is not being classified, but on the basis of society, because your culture, tradition, custom, practices, these form the culture core or these form the part of your society. So if you're leaving your culture or your practices, your beliefs, it means you are leaving your society. So from your society you are moving to somebody else's society. So there is involvement of social mobility. Then it is an upward movement. Obviously from the lower caste people they are leaving their cultures, beliefs, practices and they are moving towards the upper caste people. So what we have read, first thing, the concept. Now the concept was given by M.N. Srinivas. Fine. M.N. Srinivas ने कौन सी विलेज में स्टडी की थी? द रामपुरा विलेज. और ये रामपुरा विलेज कहाँ पे है? इट इज इन मैसूर. फाइन. दूसरी चीज, इन्होंने किस बुक में लिखा है अपना? द रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी अमंग द कुर्ग्स of South India. Fine. And then we'll talk about the definition. So definition में क्या है? The lower caste people, they'll move towards the higher caste people. And इसमें हमने 4 चीजें पढ़ी, जो 4 keywords हैं, they are CCPB. That is your custom, your culture, your practices and your belief. So this is your whole definition. So अगर क्वेश्चन आता है define Sanskritization, so आपको ये चारों चीजें, ये जो भी हमने बोर्ड पे लिखा है, the concept was given by M.N. Srinivas, then the case study was done in the Rampura village, and the book was The Religion and the Society Among the Cooks of South India, and the definition में जो आपके 4 key points है, they must be included. And you can draw the diagram also. So you can make this kind of ladder. You can show the hierarchy pattern, and this is your Sanskritization. Fine. So then you can expect कि आपको 2 में से 2 नंबर मिलेगा. देखो मेंस में आपको keywords, आपने कई बार सुना होगा कि बच्चे कहते हैं कि मैम हम तो बहुत कुछ लिख कर आए हैं बट हमारे मार्क्स नहीं आते. तो लिखना इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली इन अ सब्जेक्टिव पैटर्न यू नो समथिंग अबाउट एवरीथिंग. ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आप प्री पास करके एग्जाम दे रहे हो तो यू नो द थिंग्स. इट इज वेरी वेल ऑब्वियस फैक्ट, बट द थिंग इज दैट हाउ मच यू नो द की पॉइंट्स शुड बी डिलीवर्ड. राइटिंग इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आप एग्जाम के क्वेश्चन को अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हो. अटेम्प्टिंग द क्वेश्चन इज नॉट इनफ. you are attempting a question is जो justified आप answer लिख रहे हो या नहीं, that is more important. So if you write all these things, then you can expect you can get a good marks in this particular question. Now this is upward mobilization, I told, because the lower caste people, these are the Shudras. So the lower caste people, they give up their culture, caste, practices and beliefs to attain the highest status of the society. अब अपवर्ड मोबिलाइजेशन में सिर्फ संस्कृताइजेशन ही नहीं है, कुछ और भी प्रोसेस होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द ब्राह्मणाइजेशन. व्हाट इज ब्राह्मणाइजेशन? मीन्स we are involving or we are accepting the culture practices of the Brahmins. For example, the liquor practices को avoid करना, meat eating practices को avoid करना, जो वेदास हैं वो उनको पढ़ना. सो रिचुअल्स और प्रैक्टिस जो भी होते हैं, रिचुअल्स हैं, ट्रेडिशंस हैं, उनको फॉलो करना. सो दे आर दैट these are the traits of a Brahmin family. So you are giving up your own practices and you're moving towards the Brahmin. So that is a Brahminization. Then you have the westernization. देखो westernization क्यों एक upward movement है? Because western society is more a liberal and a modern society. In westernization you become more secular, and why we go towards westernization, because वहाँ पे जो rigid rules हैं, regulations हैं, they are not to be followed. So everybody is same. In western society your economy is the important criteria. So in western society everybody is equal if they have the status. So economy is a more important criteria rather than the society. So westernization is also an upward movement. Then you have politicization. Politicization, how? That if you'll have you hold the centralization of economy. When you have the centralized economy, you attain some kind of political power also. So when you hold the political power, you have a particular say in your society. That is a dominant caste system, right? So when you have a good political representation, your caste will be represented, so they will do good for the welfare of your own caste. So politicization also helps the movement of caste from lower caste status to the upper caste status. Then you have the modernization. Again, westernization and modern society both more are collaborated with the economy. So if your economy is good, you become more liberal, you become more scientific, and you become more secular person. So there more economy and rationality is important rather than the rigid rules of your society. Fine. So these are the upward movements. So your Sanskritization, Brahminization, Westernization, politicization and the modernization. अब question आता है कि what do you mean by the upward mobilization? You can say कि when a person from a lower caste status, they give up their culture, practices, your beliefs, your customs to move to the higher status of the society, that is the upward mobilization. और उसके आप example दे सकते हो. For example, your Sanskritization, Brahminization, Westernization, modernization, politicization, these all include the process of changes. It means the upward mobilization. Fine. Then the key points मैंने बताया कि अगर क्वेश्चन आता है तो आप क्या क्या लिखोगे. M.N. Srinivas का नाम होना चाहिए. Then the Rampura village study. The book name is The Religion and Society Among the Cooks of South India. The social mobility. It is a social mobility. It is not related to your economy but the cultures and the society. Then Dvij caste. Why? Because the lower caste people want to attain the higher status of the Dvij caste people. A slow and a long term process, because एक sudden process नहीं है, एक gradual process है. Then results into a Hinduization. Now ये क्या होता है? देखो, Hinduization, mostly the lower caste people also include the tribals. Fine, the tribal society. So the tribal society also moved towards the upper. They also wanted to move towards the upper ladder. And tribals, they give up their practices and they move to the upper ladder or they enter into the mainstream society, and mainstream society is the Hindu society. Fine. So it leads to Hinduization also in terms of tribal society. So when the tribal society, they give up their bad practices or their liquor habits or their eating food habits and they adopt the higher status, it means they are moving towards the Hindu society. So it means it results into a Hinduization also. Now what are the effects of Sanskritization? तो पहला है social. We want to raise the social status. As I said कि sensitization is not related to the economy, but it is more a social concept. And why we want to go to the upper status? Obviously because they have the benefits, they have the privileges, they have the power, they have the identity. So we want to move to the upper status so that we can raise our social status. Then economy, to adopt a clean professions. Now what are the clean professions? Reading Vedas in terms of Brahmins, merchants, tradings, ठीक है, sacrifices, warfares. Earlier these were considered as the cleaner professions, or your doctors, engineers, the white professions. So we want to do the clean profession, so they are considered as cleaner professions. So like sweeping है और जो छोटे मोटे काम होते हैं, झाड़ू लगाना, these work was not considered as good. Fine, so these considered as clean professions. So if your status will be increased, means your economic criteria will also be changed. So we will be doing more clean professions which are considered. Then religious, to go to temple to wear the sacred thread. अब देखो जो sacred thread होता है, जिसको जनेऊ बोलते हैं हम हिंदू सोसाइटी में, so जो sacred thread होता है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ जो द्विज कास्ट पीपल होते हैं वही पहनते हैं. That is the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas. So these were the people who considered as a Dvij caste because they were the people who can be allowed or who can wear the sacred thread. So if you will also become the part of this this society, you will also be allowed to wear that sacred thread, right? Standard of living, पक्का हाउस, क्योंकि आपने अगर देखा होगा तो अर्लियर जो लोअर कास्ट पीपल थे वो बहुत ही माइनर जो प्रोफेशंस होते थे उनमें इन्वॉल्व होते थे. दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू गो टू द टेम्पल्स, दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू गो टू टेक द वाटर फ्रॉम द पब्लिक वेल्स, दे वर नॉट अलाउड टू वियर द सेक्रेड थ्रेड. वो बहुत ही कच्चे मकानों में रहते थे. तो अगर सेंसिटाइजेशन हुआ, अगर हम अपर लेडर ऑफ सोसाइटी में गए तो हमें जो बेनिफिट्स हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल पक्का हाउस में रहना, सेक्रेड थ्रेड पहनने की इजाजत मिलना और जो अलग टाइप जो क्लीन प्रोफेशंस हैं उन्हें परस्यू करना, इस तरह की हमें भी क्या एडवांटेजेस मिलेंगे सोसाइटी से. सो दीज आर द इफेक्ट ऑफ सेंसिटाइजेशन. द सोशल मीन्स यू कैन, योर सोशल स्टेटस विल बी रेज्ड. Economic, you will be adopting or you will be doing some clean professions. Religious, you will be allowed to go to the temples to wear the sacred threads. And standard of living, you will be living in a pakka house or good clothes, good house or cleanliness you will be allowed. Then what are the factors which are promoting the sensitization? First is the transport and the communication. देखो with the course of time आप transportation communication ने लोगों को एक दूसरे से क्या किया है, मिलाया है. Now we don't have that strict diversion in the society. With transport and communication people are coming close together. So transport and communication plays an important role in affecting or in upward mobilizing the people. Then political willpower, because our Indian constitution allows a person to get benefits for benefits which are available to the upper caste people. Because for us, article 14 that everybody is equal before the law. So our constitution provides that everyone is equal. So we will not give the benefits only to the people who are from the upper caste. Then the desire means within the person they wanted to change their status quo approach. Now they also wanted that कि जो upper level के लोग हैं उनको जो benefits मिल रहे हैं, that should be available to us also. So these are the factors which are promoting Sanskritization. For example, your transportation, your communication, then your political willpower, or the Indian constitution itself gives you the opportunity to raise your status and everybody is equal before the law. And third is your inner willpower. You also wanted to go to the upper strata, or for example you wanted to achieve the benefits of the upper strata. Fine. Then desensitization. Now this is ये बहुत ही common एक term है जो बार बार क्वेश्चन में भी पूछा जाता है. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय डिसेंसिटाइजेशन? नाउ सेंसिटाइजेशन का अपोजिट जो है डिसेंसिटाइजेशन, मतलब दैट नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ सम काइंड ऑफ बेनिफिट्स हमारा इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आया. इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने बहुत सारे सोशल बेनिफिट्स, अफर्मेटिव एक्शंस लिए for the lower strata people. So now upper caste people, they also wanted the benefits of the lower caste people. For example, the basic is a reservation. Now the reservation is being provided to the backward classes or to the lower caste people. So now upper caste people also, they wanted that this kind of reservation should also be given to us. So now they are to get those kind of benefits, or for like changing cultural habits also. Now because of westernization or the modernization, the society is becoming more transparent, or you can say that society is becoming more collaborative. So even the Brahmins are now involved in eating meats and the liquor practices. So there is a downward movement. It means either to get benefits, some sort of economic benefits, or because of changing nature of the society, the kind of practices which were supposed to done by the lower caste people, the higher caste people are also doing it. So that is a reverse mobilization or the downward mobilization, which we call as desanskritization. So what is desanskritization? That the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, the Shudras and the Vaishyas, they are taking, or they are involving into the practices of the lower caste people. That is desanskritization. So it is opposite to sanskritization process, where the high caste, the tribal, accepts the membership of an untouchable caste, and thereby the lowers his social as well as ritual position. So it means now they are changing their cultural habits, the belief patterns. Earlier what happens that the Brahmins are inhabited to, the Brahmins do not eat the meats or the liquor. So if they eat meat or if they eat egg or liquors, they have to face a social ostracism from the society. But now even you can see the Brahmins who are eating meats and involving into the liquor practices. For example, the affirmative action or the reservation practices was available to the untouchable caste people. But now even among the backward classes, among the creamy layers, there is a demand that now we are also economically backward, we are also socially backward, so we also want the reservation. So getting to want, like if the people want the social benefits or the cultural or economic benefits per se, they are involving into the practices of the lower caste people. So example, the Brahmins having meat or liquor taking practices. To get the benefits of reservation, some castes, they downgrade themselves. Fine. For example, the Jats of Haryana, the Patidars of Gujarat, they are considered as a dominant caste also, but they claim themselves as the backward class people. Why they want backward status? So they can get the benefits of the reservation. Got the point? So अगर desanskritization का question आता है, तो first you will write. It is an important that it is an अपोजिट मूवमेंट ऑफ संस्कृताइजेशन, क्योंकि संस्कृताइजेशन आया है तभी तो डिसंस्कृताइजेशन आया है. सो ओरिजिन ऑफ डिसंस्कृताइजेशन इज द संस्कृताइजेशन. देन यू विल राइट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ इट, देन यू विल गिव द एग्जांपल्स एंड यू विल मेक दिस डायग्राम. नाउ रीसंस्कृताइजेशन, देखो रीसंस्कृताइजेशन एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट है दैट नाउ अगेन द पीपल हु वर earlier looking to the Western society or to the modern society, they are again involving into the practices or into the customs of our Indian society. So that is a resanskritization. It is a concept which is given by Yogendra Singh. Yogendra Singh is a famous sociologist also and an anthropologist also of India. After awakening among the Indians, leaving the Western culture, adopting the Indian culture again. For example, earlier Western culture, देखो, it is more an individualistic society. Fine. Then families कैसी थी? Nuclear families. Then more emphasis was given on economy. It means a capitalistic society. So now this society is again moving towards collectivism. Families, joint family system. More emphasis is given to your religion in a more a positive sense. ठीक है? Then the society is becoming more the welfareistic approach society. Fine. So this is your desensitization, means you are leaving the Western culture. What do you mean by the Western culture? It is more a individualistic one, a nuclear family economy. It is more a capitalistic society. We are again moving towards the traits of Indian society. What are the traits of Indian society? The collectivism, the joint family system, more emphasis to religion, and the welfareistic approach. So this is your resensitization. देन दिस डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम, ये तो इस बार आपके 2021 का जो मेंस पेपर हुआ था, इसमें 5 नंबर का क्वेश्चन आया था कि व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम. नाउ व्हाट इज डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम? द कॉन्सेप्ट अगेन वाज गिवन बाय एम एन श्रीनिवास. देखो इस सिस्टम में क्या है कि दिस इज योर डोमिनेंट कास्ट. ना डोमिनेंट कास्ट में 3 चीजें हैं. एक तो पॉपुलेशन, मतलब कहीं भी किसी एरिया में अगर वहां के एरिया में किसी भी जाति का या किसी भी क्लास का बाहुल्य है, पॉपुलेशन लार्ज है, दे हैव अ गुड कंट्रोल ओवर लैंड, मीन्स द जमींदार्स. फाइन. एंड देन दे हैव अ कल्चरल स्टेटस ऑल्सो. So if these 3 traits are present in a particular land or area, that caste is considered as a dominant caste. So that dominant caste will hold the economy also, and if you are holding an economy, you will be influencing the politics of that particular area also. So dominant caste क्या होती है कि dominant caste as such कहीं पे भी Indian society की hierarchy में present नहीं थी, but within the course of time some group of people emerged who had a large population. They were holding a good land, means they were the zamindars, or they have the economy, and when they were holding economy, they were holding or they were controlling the political power also. So these group of people, they become the dominant caste of that particular area. So what is a dominant caste? Dominant caste is a caste which is influential caste in terms of economy and the political status. Mostly they are seen in a village. So it is mostly in a village. So village में क्या होता है? The group of people during the course of time, they hold a good economy. If they holding a good economy, it means they are influencing the polity of that area also. So that group of people become a dominant caste. So these are the 3 factors which are involving the large population, the control over land, the cultural status. For example, Jats in the Rajasthan, the Rajputs in Rajasthan, the Gujarat में पाटीदार्स हैं आपके, महाराष्ट्र में आपके मराठास हैं. Now this dominant caste system was also given by M.N. Srinivas in the Rampura village study. ये भी रामपुरा विलेज में ही इन्होंने दिया था. बुक थी रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी अमंग दी Cooks of South India. Fine. So again, if a question come dominant caste, so you have to mention that the concept was given by M.N. Srinivas. रामपुरा विलेज में उन्होंने स्टडी किया था. बुक का नाम था रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी अमंग द कुक्स ऑफ साउथ इंडिया. डोमिनेंट कास्ट में 3 इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स है. एक तो उनका खुद का कल्चरल स्टेटस होना चाहिए. दूसरा, दे मस्ट हैव अ गुड लैंड होल्डिंग, मीन दे शुड बिलोंग टू द जमींदारी क्लास सिस्टम. एंड थर्ड, उनका एक डोमिनेंट पॉपुलेशन होना चाहिए. दे शुड होल्ड अ गुड पॉपुलेशन. सो when these factors were present, they were influencing the political power also of that particular area. So they become the dominant caste system. Fine. So this is your whole for today lecture. So today we did that what do you mean by संस्कृताइजेशन. सो अगर संस्कृताइजेशन आता है तो आप उसमें कीवर्ड्स लिखोगे. फॉर एग्जांपल M.N. श्रीनिवास, रामपुरा विलेज, रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी अमंग द कुक्स ऑफ साउथ इंडिया. संस्कृताइजेशन की डेफिनेशन जिसमें 4 हमने कीवर्ड्स देखे. योर CCPB, दैट इज योर कस्टम, कल्चर, प्रैक्टिसेस एंड योर बिलीव्स. उसके बाद आप एक डायग्राम बनाओगे. उस डायग्राम के में आप बहुत मोबिलिटी दिखाओगे. फिर आप डिसंस्कृताइजेशन जब लिखोगे तो पहली चीज जो लिखोगे कि द ओरिजिन ऑफ डिसंस्कृताइजेशन इज द संस्कृताइजेशन. उसके बाद आप वापस से वो 4 कीवर्ड्स लिखोगे. योर कल्चर, कस्टम, प्रैक्टिसेस एंड बिलीव. तो संस्कृताइजेशन में क्या थे? लोअर कास्ट पीपल वर adopting the higher caste status. desensitization में the higher caste people or the tribal people, they were adopting the status of the untouchables. So this is your desensitization. Then we did the इससे पहले हमने डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम किया. अगेन इन द डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम द कॉन्सेप्ट वाज गिवन बाय एम.एन. श्रीनिवास. रामपुरा विलेज था. रिलीजन एंड सोसाइटी अमंग द कुक्स ऑफ साउथ इंडिया. ये जो आपका डोमिनेंट कास्ट है, इसमें 4 चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. पहला कल्चर, उनका खुद का एक कल्चर स्टेटस है. देन द इकोनॉमी. इकोनॉमी मीन्स दे शुड होल्ड अ गुड नंबर, गुड एरिया ऑफ लैंड, द जमींदार सिस्टम. थर्ड, उनका पॉपुलेशन जो साइज है वो एक अच्छा होना चाहिए, प्रोमिनेंस होना चाहिए. फोर्थ, वो एक पॉलिटिकल पावर, मतलब दे शुड आल्सो इन्फ्लुएंस द पॉलिटिकल आइडियोलॉजी ऑफ दैट एरिया आल्सो. सो दैट इज अ डोमिनेंट कास्ट सिस्टम. आई होप यू हैव लाइक द क्लास. नेक्स्ट जो हमारा लेक्चर होगा उसमें विल डू द वेस्टर्नाइजेशन. सो थैंक यू सो मच.